Hello, hey, yalla, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome back to iamko.ketso. And in today's video, as someone who has a year of varsity experience, I just want to talk about the do's and don'ts of varsity and basically university essentials, what you need to bring going into your first year or any year of varsity in general. So let's get into this video.
I would like to get to know if it could be.
Okay, so first of all, I wanted to look into a catered race. That is, when I was in my first year of study at the University of Cape Town, I was in a catered race. When I was there, they basically gave us food. You'd go down to a cafeteria, you go down to a dining hall, and then you get food 3 times a day and 7 days a week, basically. So yeah, so I have these things written somewhere on my right side, so I'll keep referring and looking. So the first thing, obviously, there are some important things that you obviously know that you have to bring. That is bedding, you have to bring a laundry basket, you have to bring stationery, of course, and bring yourself, obviously. And then you bring hangers because you'll be given that wardrobe that has those things, right? And then for convenience, you can bring a coffee mug and a spoon or a flask. So for your nights, when you cross nighting, you wanna buy coffee, you wanna all those things, right? Otherwise, ngaphandle kwalokho, besides that, there's literally nothing else that you need. It's, yeah, catered races are quite simple because you get everything there. Everything to do with food you get there. You just bring yourself, bring your clothes, and you're ready to go, basically, you know? So yeah. And now the next thing is for people who are going to live in a self-catered race. That is where you'll be cooking for yourself, where obviously you'll be making your own food every single day, right? So for that, you have to bring all the above that I named. That is bedding, laundry basket, stationery, your self hangers, coffee mugs, and whatever, right? And also, now because you're going to a self-catered race, you need to bring yourself a set of pots because you'll be cooking. You need to bring yourself a cutlery set. You need to bring yourself a broom and a mop because you'll be cleaning for yourself. You need to bring cooking knives. You need to bring plates and bowls and whatever else is needed to wash them. That is body dishwasher, deep, whatever, Retex, whatever you use to wash your dishes. And also you bring yourself things like a kettle, you bring yourself an iron, and things like a fridge are incredibly selective because from what I know, there are certain residences in, take for example, the University of Free State where you have to bring yourself a fridge, and the University of Cape Town where you bring yourself a fridge, right? But then there are some races where when you get there, fridge you can, and it's much more convenient. But yeah, for safety purposes and to remain on the safer side of things, I would say bring all those things, but a fridge is quite selective. But yeah, this entire list that I just named out is what you need if you're going to a self-catered accommodation. And now for the third option in varsity, basically is in a self-accommodation. So that is when you're not living, again, like you're not living at your house. Maybe you don't live anywhere near the university, but you've rented an apartment, you've rented a student, I don't know, whatever it is that people rent. Because I have a friend who is even now currently renting in the student accommodation in Cape Town. And I know of another one who is also renting, and I asked them to tell me of these things. And when I was visiting one of them, when I was visiting their room, that's where I saw all these things were there. So when I got there, I saw that there was, okay, obviously you get a bed, you get a desk and a chair that's study set up, you get a kitchen area with all the necessary like stoves, fridge and stuff like that. You get a microwave.
But I still need a bit of milk, full fat, which I've warmed in the microwave.
You get a microwave, and then you get a common room. So basically your dining rooms, your living rooms with body PlayStation and God knows what. And yeah, this is another thing that you need to keep in mind, that more often than usually in a self-accommodation you're sharing with people. But I've never, or maybe it's because it's a coincidence, but I've never had people complaining, the people that they are with in their self-accommodations, they are perhaps not getting along or something like that, because I don't know, somehow you just find yourself being with someone who nizozwana. So more often than usually, these people live in a place where maybe it's 4 of you sharing basically what is like a house, and you have 4 bedrooms each, right? You have 4 rooms, 1 bedroom for each of you. You share the same kitchen, you share the same living room, you share the same dining room, and yeah, the rest is peaceful, I guess. Now the second part of this video, that is basically, the second segment of this video. We want to talk about now the do's and don'ts of university, and these are coming from me and from having asked a few people, and it just made sense. These are things that you should know, right? So the first thing that I want you to know is you don't want to find yourself falling in love first year. Let me explain. Let me cook, right? So basically, one thing I can tell you is, one, there's plenty of fish in the sea. So during orientation, you find your people, you fall in love with some people. I don't know who falls in love first, but let's say you fall in love during orientation in the first week. You think you found the love of your life. The moment you start attending lectures, you start attending practicals, you go around, you see that there are actually many girls out there, and that's the reason why most of the time you find people starting to cheat, right? Because now you start to see too many people, right? And maybe you find that you are dating a particular person, and then as time goes, you find that, okay, this is not the right person for me. And if you're in too deep, I don't know if it's easy enough to just let go like that, but I've heard this from many people, and I'm giving it to you, do not fall in love first year. Just don't do that. And another thing, the second thing that I can tell you is, you want to find yourself being open to meeting a lot of people. So on this one, what I'm trying to say is, there are many things that you will find yourself needing. Like, I'm not only talking about needing 2 slices of brown bread or noodles and stuff like that. I'm talking perhaps sometime you need someone who has, I don't know, maybe you need someone with headphones, you need someone who's gonna borrow you this, someone, like, basically we are a community, and Spila Sonke, we will live together. If you need something, you will have to go to someone, ask them, yo, do you have this? Can you borrow me this? Do you have this? In Perkis or Pela, your washing powder is going to finish. You're going to have to go ask someone. So you want to find yourself being open to exploring the place, being there with people, because you don't just want to be there to just study. And then at the end of your degree, you have no story to tell. What are you doing? You were just studying. You don't have a time where you were chilling with gents, and then this happens, and stories and stuff like that. Because when you get back home from for vacation, they ask you, yo, how was Cape Town? How was UP? How was Vets? You have no story. You have literally nothing to say. Why? Because you were just there. Like, there's a difference between going to Cape Town and going to UCT. So that's another thing that you need to know. But otherwise, that's my second tip that I can give you. And the next thing that you want to find yourself doing is, you want to make sure that you always party or play as much as you study. I know of a lot of people who never missed groove, like every single time. Them 2 days here, he's there. Who's this lady who has the underband? Uncle Waffles is there. She's there. Like, every single place you are there. But then you study just as much, because if you're going to focus on going to groove, your marks are going to show that you're there for groove, and you won't be able to come back next year because you're going to fail and there's no groove anymore. But you want to always find yourself balancing whatever you're doing. Like, I sometimes used to find myself failing the balance between playing itiski and studying. Sometimes let's say I'm trying to practice maths, and maths is really kicking me right in the teeth. And then I just decide, you know what? Let me just go with this skin. I know my team is not training. I'll just train with any random team that's there, because I'm trying to relieve stress. I mean, sure, something therapeutic, but then sometimes, like, dog, face the music. You decided to come here and do this maths. So yeah, you want to find yourself always that you party or play around as much as you study, because it's tough out there. It's really tough. And the last and final tip that affected me more than anyone that I know in my race is, you don't want to find yourself being taken by the accessibility of things that you're not used to having. So for me, I obviously know how to play things like PlayStation, know how to play pool, but I don't have them. I don't own them. I don't own a pool table. I don't even own any form of PlayStation. So when you get to res, it's like literally there's a PlayStation. You can play it anytime that you want. Okay, within the bounds of 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. at night. So whenever I want to go play FIFA, I just go there, I play. Find lads playing, I play. Yes, I'm studying, but people are playing a tournament, I go and I play. I want to go study, but then people are playing a pool tournament or whatever. There's a lot of fun. People are there. I go there, and every time, what am I doing? I'm playing with people who have already studied. People are on their study breaks, but I'm there. I'm playing. I would play like a full campaign of Champions League. That would take me like 3 hours. I would play. Whatever is happening, I'm always there playing these things because like I'm not used to having such a thing at home. So that accessibility and the freedom of having it is getting into my head, and yeah, it was uncontrollable, to be honest with you, and it had a lot of adverse effects, but I had to face them, and yeah, I guess I've learned something now. So that's what I'm telling you now, so that you don't get to learn the hard way, essentially. So yeah, so that is the end of the video. Thank you for watching till this part of the video. And if you have watched till the end of the video, I hope you really like this video, watching it as much as I like making it. But otherwise, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and stay happy and healthy. Peace.